Hi traders, welcome to the full market analysis for the 24th of February. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It started off very quiet, didn't it, in terms of the markets, and it still is across the board, but gold's having some reaction on these support and resistance lines. So let's cover those. The first thing I want to cover, first of all, is the gold on steroids system, which is the continuation pattern. So whenever it's gone now because the market's changed, but there was and you had a stop there here. It happened about 3:30. Oh, there it is. So it's just caught up. So we had a thing here about 3 a.m. this morning, Asian session. So you had a buy entry at 29.38. So you could have got in it there if you're trading the Asian session. Just got to change around now. But we had three targets. First target was here. It's just thinking about where to go now. So so what you want to do is just come down and then wait for a pullback. So you can come down and then go into the 5-minute chart and then go long on that position. So whenever you get a pullback here, see this on the left here, the price pulls back outside bar, then you can go in on the 5-minute chart on the buy signal and then grab your pips as and when you want to. Now, a little bit more complex, because if you've just bought the software, you think, well, I've got this and I've got that. But you have to understand where the price is in terms of the higher highs or the previous day's highs and the previous day's lows. So this is what was happening during the early session in New York. So we can see that the price was trying to break out from the previous high here at 29.53. So that hit one of our targets. And the price failed miserably to stay above that, didn't it? And as you can see, it's moving down now. I'm going to bank that. And I'll explain why in the next few minutes. So let's dial down from the 4-hour chart to the 15-minute chart. And as we can see here, a couple of things happening here. It came into supply. It came outside the channel, which is really, really important. The outside bar is vital because that's at the point where the price is highly likely to react on a supply zone and an outside bar. So that combination is going to give you some great profits. Now, also what happened this morning, if you've got it, I wasn't around, but at about 10:30 GMT, we had this going on here on gold. It came down into 29.36, the support line, and a demand line, and bounced straight back up again. So you can get those. And also the doji here is useful to know. So 160 pips there. Looks like we're going to get another 133 pips there. And so plenty of profits to be had. 200 or 300 pips a day is possible with gold. So remember that. So this is heading for target now, which is this demand area. Now this demand area has been hit twice and failed to go below it. So this is very interesting. This is a strong support area. So if the price holds on this area here, we're likely to see another buying opportunity coming up at 29.37. Now the other thing to bear in mind, as you buy into the charts here, look at the volume indicator here, above the 50. There, and but above the 50 but going red there, that's your entry. So you can get a very tight stop on that. Just have a swing low, swing high here. Oh, our target's just been hit. There we go. So congratulations to everybody. Another 133 pips. Now what we're looking for now is a reaction. We've got an outside bar, which is what we're looking for. Then we're looking for volume to change around. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll go to the markets, then I'll pop back. We'll look at the 4-hour chart. We know what's trending. We know what's parabolic from the weekly Forex forecast, which I've done yesterday. Hopefully you got that. So in the terms of the DXY, we are looking at a price cycle to the upside up to the FEG 107.11. And then the price to start to fall over. Once the price cycle starts to roll over, then we are looking to buy euro dollar, pound dollar, sell US Swiss, etc. So that is the combination we're looking for. At the moment, the price cycle is moving higher. So we're not interested in any sells on the dollar because it's basically not happening yet. So we just need to be patient with this. Patience and discipline is very, very important. So I'm getting lots of messages, so bear with me. Get rid of the messages. So yen futures contracts, as I mentioned in the weekly Forex forecast, we are expecting the price to come down to support into 66.46 in the next few days, next few hours. And then there's going to be a buying opportunity into the yens. What this means is there's going to be a sell-off of all the yens if this happens. So again, the price cycle is moving down, which is okay, that's fine. We can actually use that information. Once it bounces off of this area, if it does, then we can actually go short on all the yens. Now, in terms of the Swiss franc futures, these are not my favorite. As I mentioned yesterday, we can see that the price is ranging. We've got a high from the daily high here. You can see that there, which is going to act as very, very strong resistance. So we don't have a sell, we don't have a buy. So we'll be leaving the Swiss francs alone for a little while. So we'll look at the FTSE. I think the indices are pretty much not doing much. Hang Seng coming against us at the moment, but we do expect it to go up to 24,155 in the next couple of days. I haven't seen these, so bear with me. So now it's moved back down. The Aussie 200 is not parabolic. The DAX looks interesting, doesn't it? Okay, so what's happening here? We've had a change of character here, almost. We've got an FVG to the downside on the left on the daily chart, which indicates that at about this point here, 22,591 is going to it's going to fall over. So we don't need an FVG, a red FEG, if you see what I mean, because it just indicates mixed, and we've got a set of sellers in as well, not parabolic. Dow Jones index falling down and broken the 200-day moving average. We've got an FEG at 44,104, so we do expect the price to react at that point, reject that price, and then start to fall over. This is parabolic to the downside despite this FEG. So we'll look at oil, shall we? There was a selling opportunity here on this FEG 73.34 last week, and that was a very nice move indeed. Might not look much, but that's 232 pips heading for $70. So not much change across the markets if you saw my weekly Forex forecast. Now, I did do a piece on, hopefully you saw my blog this morning on gold. We do have a convergence area. We need, oh, the candles are on, that's right. We do have a convergence area here heading for 29.28. So if it comes down to that, we'll likely see a very big bounce, and it could take off. All right, so this could be the one, might not be, but it could be the one that actually takes off to $3,000. We just don't know. I think it is going to $3,000. I think the world and the safe haven for gold is still on. I don't see it any other way. But this convergence area, 29.28, is really, really important, okay, because it sits on this trend line, and it also sits on supply and FEG as well. So it's a very big combination. The other thing to bear in mind is we are looking for, I've lost it now, there we go, let's go back to this. So yeah, so we are coming back to this. I just want to see the reaction. I think we have a possible target down here at 29.20, 29.21, but we do have an outside bar on the 15-minute chart, not on the 30-minute chart. Okay, we don't mind. We can be patient. We've done well today. Got a few hundred pips on the way up, a few hundred pips on the way down. So where was I? So yeah, let's have a look at the euro. Now, remember what I said about the DXY. The DXY is consolidating to the upside, so this will drive this down. I think we are looking at a possible buying opportunity down into this FEG here, bit of convergence, and then moving back up again. May even come down as deep as this trend line before it bounces, but the DXY has to agree with it, so the correlation is really important. Now, in terms of the pound USD, we've got some support lines down here at 125.72, and we clearly have an uptrend going on here, but there's a bit of resistance at this point. But looks like the FVG is coming down to this area here where the lines are synced. So this, as long as it holds above that, it's fine. It's still got market structure to the upside, so the DXY just needs to agree and correlate. Similar situation for the Aussie USD. We can see that the price is moving down, but that's okay. We don't mind that. As long as it holds on to market structure and remains above these areas, then we're okay. And we're likely to see a bounce, may even get another position. On the left, let's get rid of that. On the left, we can see a nice FVG in line with the line here on the 4 hour. So just sync your lines, it's fine. Simple, keep it simple. US Swiss, where we know what's happening here, don't we? Yes, we do. We have an FVG here on the left, which coincides with this area here. So if you're selling, just sell. Make sure your stop is a previous high 90.53, heading for 88.46. US Canadian's a bit of a funny one for me. I just don't really like it for it. Very rarely trade it because it's not always very clear. Doesn't really tell me much, except that it's probably going down with the DXY when the DXY is getting ready. Now the US yen looking good for a sell-off, but being a bit patient here in terms of this. So I think it's coming up to 150, 150.10, somewhere around this area. On the lower time frame, it's 150.20 as mentioned in the VIP room, but anywhere around that area is going to be a selling opportunity. Price cycle is moving up, so we just need a little bit more oomph behind it for it to move up to 150.20 before we sell it. Then it's heading for 147.80. Looks like the gold is bouncing off that support line. Let's have a look. Ooh. Yeah, didn't like it there, did it? So it's the second time it's not liked it. But we need to wait. We need a green candle. There's no point just going on volume. We do need a green candle. If you have to wait for the next candle, there's the next candle. So Aussie Canadian, yeah, this has broken this downtrend here, so it could be on the way up. FVG at 88. Let's draw a line. Keep it simple. Let's draw a line here. Let's sync it so we don't have to keep drawing lines, and then we can see it there. And this will converge nicely with a 200-day moving average on the right, and this trend line here on the right as well. Similar situation, or the opposite way around, of course. We do have a selling opportunity on the Euro New Zealand. Now, there is a bit of a quandary with this one because you can see on the left on the daily chart, we can see that the price is in a long-term uptrend, but there's massive resistance here. So I think the sellers will win this battle, possibly, depending on the reaction at the FVG here at 183.24. So any pull up into this area, we're going to be selling it. I'm not interested in the Swiss pairs, to be honest. There's plenty going on with the yens. There's plenty going on with gold. So we can see here a nice FVG up to 167.49. So a possible sell-off on the yens as well. So we could have quite a few yens getting ready in the next few days or the next few hours. Similar situation for the euro yen. You can see a pull up to 157.76, or even as shallow as 157.23. Could be the one that does it. So I'm getting lots of messages here. So we can see that is going to be another possible good trade. New Zealand yen, similar situation, up to 86.39. We're very interested in this. If it rejects the price there, heading for 84.39. Aussie yen, guess what? Does the same as New Zealand yen. Don't trade both. Below the 200-day moving average and weak and sell. All the sellers are in. Don't need to see that. We know it already. And the price is highly likely to pull up in the next few hours. Price cycle is moving down, but at the end of the day, I think this is probably going to move up to 95.81, and you're going to get a better price up there because you've got a nice narrow stop, of course. You could find you have some massive risks to rewards here. So up into, let's sync that. Oh, it is synced. Oh, it is synced. So it is there. So this is the one here. Deeper correction here. But we do have an FVG here, 105.74. And that's it. So let's have a look at the gold. Whoops. Gold, yeah, still moving down. So we do need to see, reaction is fine, but we do need to see other information before we buy into this. But congratulations, good, I don't know, 200 pips, 300 pips today.